Hey my Nova Bites, Time Travelers Nova and Rats here, and welcome back to Don't Eat the Cashier. Last we left off, we talked to 3 cute monster boys, and now we have a choice. We can call Victor, return to the store to Bob, or return home. Let's call Victor. Victor, to me, is my favorite monster boy so far. Victor promises to come faster than the wind. True to his word, when his car pulls into the parking lot, he nearly knocks over a trash bin. My bad. It's an old, well-maintained car, clearly inherited from his grandfather. Inside, it's warm and smells nice. His apartment is exactly as I imagined, a bit cluttered but cozy. I like this. And soon I get humiliated by the very first boss. Victor, sitting next to me, laughs. It's not that you're bad at this, as you say. It's just that I'm a nerd with a whole lot of free time. His fingers glide effortlessly over the buttons. I felt at ease. For the first time in a long while, no fear, no tension. Just 2 people playing video games. I'm gonna rest my head on his shoulder. This is cute. He freezes for a second, then a blush appears on his violet cheeks. He coughs awkwardly but doesn't pull away. Instead, he gently leans his head towards mine. Temporal, you made me so happy in just one evening, and I'll do everything I can to make you happy. I close my eyes, listening to the quiet clicking of buttons. An incubus partner. My partner is an incubus, and he's better at Souls-like games than I am, for now. Something very interesting is definitely happening with my life. Wait, is that it already? Aw, man. Well, let's explore those other options real quick. Let's lean back and watch him play. A friend. Now I have an incubus friend. The thought was so ridiculous yet wonderful that I couldn't help but smile. Victor, noticing this, smiled too. You know, I'm so happy that I'm not completely alone anymore. Of course, not alone. Now he has me and my insane infernally monstrous screams I make every time I fail to dodge in a video game. Something very interesting is definitely happening with my life. Let's go over the options that we haven't gone over yet. Let's try going for the very scared approach. Please, don't eat me. I'm just a miserable, tasteless cashier.
Ha! Eat you? Oh, no, my dear slice of mortal anxiety. What a dreadful suggestion. I would never be so rude. I'm merely a traveler here, not a predator. You are completely safe from the threat of being eaten. But from everything else? Well, that's a whole other story.
Burst into tears. A look of deep, almost childlike confusion suddenly appears on his face. I'm a tragic grain of sand on the face of the universe, the most miserable creature in the world. Yet another cute scene. He gracefully raises a pale, slender hand and gently wipes a tear from my cheek with his knuckle. I freeze. A monster is comforting me. This is what we've come to. Or he's pleased that his next meal will be well seasoned. For some reason, my tragic sympathy quiets down.
There we go. That's much better. Tears are so wet and they ruin your lovely complexion.
he looks at me as if nothing happened. I got another crazy person with a strange way of speaking, and he seems he's in a mood for a chat. So what's a so I think we already went through this. And we'll reject him this time. He bursts into genuine booming laughter.
Your mother was truly a wise woman. A masterful stroke of self-preservation. I haven't been so rebuffed so delightfully in, well, at least a century. Others prefer to use enchanted swords and pitchforks. They forget that words can wound too. But perhaps I could still melt your heart. I have an eternity for that, literally. May I know your name?
We'll still reject him.
Refusal? A rebellion against age-old traditions?
So he likes the rebellious type. I noticed that heart. I didn't expect him to like that, but he likes it.
My lord, your rebellious spirit certainly commands respect. What a pity that the plastic badge on your chest holds a different opinion. Lord Temporal.
Goddamn badges. This is different. We'll save here. Well, whatever. I really don't want it anyway.
What Scotsism in the face of such blatant theft? But what if someone steals your identity? You don't even have a spare one. It's always good to have at least 10 just in case. There are only benefits, plus you always have someone to talk to. Think about it.
I wonder if our gas station sells straitjackets. I might need one for myself soon. And another for my second peers. Okay, stop it. I feel like my brain is turning into jelly. And I don't understand when we finally get the point. Actually, it's not all that bad. I don't understand when we'll finally get to the point. We've been talking for 5 minutes, but it feels like an eternity. And I got to somehow squeeze a tip out of this guy, and not lose my mind. 2 utterly impossible tasks when dealing with a regular person, let alone another cosmic entity.
So, let's finally get to the purpose of my visit.
Finally.
It's completely unknown to me.
Skip that. Put the jar back to where it was.
You really don't like change, do you? But life is ever changing. Life is not stone, my dear. Life is water. But since you don't like this current, so be it. Let me find something less populated with mutants. I can't go long without familiar landscapes. Already ruined lands make me melancholic because all the fun has happened without me. Disgusting. Allow me.
Okay. Skip. This is still not my store. Bob will kill me.
Don't worry, my dear. Time flows differently here. In your cage of capitalism, it's practically at a standstill. No one will disturb us, especially not your evil, beady-eyed squid. Such vile creatures, squids. I really should turn someone into a squid, or 3 squids. How thrilling. I'm slowly getting used to the landscape. The fireflies here are quite charming, but it'd be better without that frog, wait.
I'm slowly getting used to the landscape. The fireflies here are quite charming. But it'd be better off without that frog for a human face. The frog notices me too. I didn't mean to do that French accent. Let's out a sad croak. What if we don't say anything? Darian seems to notice my discomfort anyway. His gaze follows mine until it too lands on the strange frog.
Seems you noticed my pal Lori.
I don't see any Lori.
Then I must be mistaken. He is quite inconspicuous, especially when he tries to theatrically end it all to stop being a frog. Jumps into predators' mouths, leaps from great heights, at least for a frog, but he never succeeds. The universe finds his suffering far too amusing, because the universe of this world is me. So, dinner, I'm sure you must be starving. Thank you. Purple goo. Purple goo. I have to tell the head chef that you called it that. He calls it broth of vicious stars and descent. But I think your description is more honest. And don't be too quick to call your life miserable. Until now, it was just a prologue. But now, the first act begins. I poke at the food with my fork and watch the peculiar scenery from the corner of my eye. A silence hangs between us that might even be called cozy, while I was under heavy narcotics. And then, please disintegrate him. A lord's wish is my command, an exquisitely straightforward solution to a little warty problem. Say bye-bye, Lori. Or don't. No one really understands your croaking anyway. So, dinner. You must be starving. Traveling? Okay, this leads to the romantic dinner. Now let's go on to the story. We haven't asked about the monster yet, so we'll keep insisting until he tells us. Okay, living hats. Rising from the chair. Oh, I guess that's it. Hang on. You appealed to my mercy. You think this being has learned his lesson? My dear, you don't understand. This isn't a lesson, it's a joke. And the joke is still very, very funny. However, if you care so much about his fate, you're welcome to take him with you. He can't become human again. His fragile mind couldn't handle such a transformation a second time. He spent too much time in a body of an ordinary frog. We can take Lori. Let's take him. Alright, give him to me. Wonderful. That poor wretch will be waiting for you at your gas station. As a token of my royal, well, I'm just glad to be rid of that dreary sufferer. So, dinner. Okay, we're going to the dinner scene. Let's try vomiting here. I bend over to send the entire dinner onto the moss behind me, which absorbs it all without a trace. I look up at this monster with teary eyes and see a satisfied grin. Ha! My dear, your expression is priceless. You're so trusting. I apologize. I couldn't resist such a dreadful joke. Okay, venison. Okay, it's just the same story. Let's not choose... Oh, wait. I can choose to take her with me. Can I take her with me like Lori? Dear, are you collecting my unsuccessful assassins? How delightful and how morbid. A true menagere of incompetence. First a frog, now a witch. What's next? Will you ask for my racist elf too? That won't do. Damn, what should I do? I refuse to decide her fate. How incredibly disappointing. You're offered a blank canvas of another existence, a chance to paint a masterpiece of suffering or a comedy of errors, and you choose not to pick up the brush. You choose dullness and boredom. Well, if that's your quiet harbor, my dear, so be it.
I decide what to do with the witch myself. Something's missing.
How eloquent. Alright, I must admit, this will be my first performance like this.
Darian sounds a bit bewildered, it seems.
Allow me to toss my mind up and see how it lands. You see, the monster was originally much more modest and less majestic, but we all have to start somewhere, right? Then my head suddenly became a bit crowded. First whispers, then arguments, then full-fledged discussions that had been participated in and involved inanimate objects. Guests in ajar doors, closets, even in cookie jars. Every container a potential foe, and I was surrounded by containers. To be fair, sometimes they told funny stories. But why was I afflicted with this curse? Pondering it drives me mad, even more so.
It seems the question is meant for me. Were you cursed for ignorance, greed? Did you touch a cursed artifact, maybe some ring? Does your family have anything in common with the Habsburgs? I would think it would be a cursed artifact.
Dear, I'm afraid you've confused cause and effect. It's I who drives rings mad, not the other way around. Any poor innocent artifact I happen to touch might start screaming uncontrollably or try to ask those around it about the meaning of their lives. No, I'm afraid it's a bit more banal. It's all about rotten blood, too pure. I beg your pardon. My great-grandfather issued a decree forbidding death from old age, and a distant aunt believed a colony of sentient mold was living in her walls, claiming her inheritance. But I always thought I would be spared of this fate. I had to be temporarily isolated to avoid embarrassing guests at royal balls with the young prince pointing at noble lords and saying, "Haha, the gnomes finally got out from under my bed." What a misfortune for the entire family, except for those in line for the throne before me. My death would have solved many problems for our family, and indeed, many of my own problems too. I made a decision. We made it, to be precise. There was already a whole council of us by then. However, Chaos had other plans. A god, a goddess, a cosmic clerical error. I don't know. Something ancient and terribly bored found itself a new source of entertainment. It offered me a throne, my own corner of reality to rule, where the fragments of my mind would become the laws of the land. No more restrictions or bans for my subjects if I wished. My subjects, at first they disagreed, but then they came to terms, or their minds changed to fit the new realities. And here I am.
A dramatic silence ensues. Perhaps I'm the first being to hear this story in the centuries of his existence. I must choose my next words carefully. Can we die here, though? Will you give me a tip? I really sympathize with you and your multiple personalities, so you're still in a cage? It must be rather lonely here. How can you just lock a family member in the tower? It's unthinkable. Thanks for the story. Let's be rude to him first. Will you just give me a tip? Darian laughs.
Of course. And it won't even be someone's innards. It will be lots of crisp paper dollars. Ah, how I love the sound of things crunching. But again, no innards.
The shadow dissolves into nothingness. What happened to that witch anyway? Did I harm her by doing nothing? Alright, to hell with it. I should be worrying about myself first right now. I'm afraid royal duties await me. And my Lori. Oh, there he is. Lori in the bottom left. I hope he'll enjoy the company of a kind gnome. Definitely better than this previous neighbor. Here, we'll just be professional. We're not gonna do jokes or anything. How's life, sir?
Fucking awesome. Like a fairy tale. Thanks for asking.
He would dramatically light a cigarette and stare into the void right now. But it seems he doesn't have the strength for that anymore. But he clearly wants to. I do too, even considering that I don't smoke. This profession is going to drive me crazy one day. Words clearly come to him with great difficulty. Okay, so skip that. What if we say we don't do transfusions? Okay, we already did that. Mine? Don't kill me. I'm already having a bad streak in life.
It's gonna get even worse now.
He lets out a wet, irritated sigh.
I need anyone's blood. Yours will do too, if you're not fast enough.
He suddenly leans forward, boring into me with his remaining eye. Okay. What would happen if we let the timer run out, though? Let's go to... We know food for mouth, but what about passiveness? Next to the issues of Cosmopolitan and National Geographic lie adrenochrome from doves, tabloids named Global Conspiracy that turned out to be true, and a toem of the Necronomicon for the whole family. I just couldn't pronounce that for whatever reason. A graphic novel about forbidden love with a vampire bearing an incredibly dramatic title. Sir, would you like to read the novel Night Sucker?
Am I stuttering? When did I ask you for a damn book? Blood. I need blood.
His anger at me seems to reach such heights that he gains the strength to shout. Perhaps hatred is the best medicine. I hear knocking. Okay. This seems the same, but I can't skip it. It's the dry, rhythmic tapping of knuckles on a laminated countertop. Not loud, but full of irritation. What about supplies for self-propelling gearbox? This aisle is dirty. This aisle is a dirty, metallic labyrinth of tires, batteries, and containers filled with strange liquids. A pyramid of oil cans labeled the best from Azatoth teeters in the middle. On the shelves, there are more cans, this time for engines running on souls of sinners. So I'm guessing that's for cyborgs then. The air smells of rust and burnt rubber. There's definitely no blood here. Do you need a tire for a Jeep, sir? Let's continue to annoy him.
Yes, bring it here so I can stuff it up your ass.
I probably don't need a tire up my ass. I probably won't be able to drive anywhere with it. I need to keep searching. Maybe it's about regeneration or something else. But he seems better because I hear impatient footsteps. Great, now he's fidgeting. He can't sit still anymore. This isn't just impatience, it's anxiety. And I really don't like where this anxiety could lead him. I need to hurry. Right now, I'm at the very beginning of this crazy place. Can we still die though from this? This is the personal hygiene section. Deodorant, shower gels, and entire jars of glowing radioactive liquid. There's no blood here. We can take the soap or leave it. Let's take the soap, just in case. Remembering that ancient cracked soap sent shivers down my spine, I take a clean soap. Let this be my olive branch for the monster. Hygiene is the foundation of any happy human society. Not a sound. Where did he go? Did he die? There was no sound of a fall, and he didn't leave. I would have heard the footsteps. Where did my client go? I really don't like any of this. Right now, I'm at the very beginning of this crazy place. Bob, where's the blood? For a moment, silence hangs, broken only by the hum of distant refrigerators. Then comes the sound of pure cosmic irritation.
In your blood vessels, organism. But if you mean blood for sale, then check the mouth food section. Don't disturb me. I am busy doing business.
Right now, I'm at the... Okay, so you don't die. I just wanted to see what would happen. Okay, Novabites, I discovered something. If you constantly delay everything, purposely choosing all the wrong answers, you'll get this scene which I'm about to show. So I picked this, hold on, dense energy blocks for chewing. This aisle is crammed with chips, pasta, crackers, jerky, and chocolate bars. All the usual stuff, if you don't look too closely. Next to the Doritos bags lie a pack of crystallized whales, resembling translucent stone lollipops. Cans of peas huddle together in fear as I pass by another shelf, nervously glancing around. I quickly scan the shelves. There's no blood here unless you count the dried stain on the nutritional bricks packet. I need to go back. It wasn't a sound, but it was a sensation. A sudden gust of wind, a fleeting shadow darting across the shiny surface of a bottle of jojoba shampoo. I start to turn around, but it's too late. I suddenly spun around and shoved into the shelf. Wood painfully hits my back, and plastic bottles come crashing down from the shelves with a deafening clang and clatter. The eyes of this monster, stripped of any hint of humanity that once resided in them, now burn with nothing but hunger.
You smell like mom's spaghetti.
Huh. M&M reference. A double searing jab that sends a convulsion through my entire body. The sounds of the store, the hum of the lights, the dripping water somewhere in the storeroom, the gremlins playing backgammon, drowned in this deafening crimson noise. My legs buckle, but he holds me tightly at the waist. A giant bag of discount necromancer crabs goes tumbling down from the shelf. The last thing I see in this mortal realm is a giant cuttlefish in a jar labeled as backup accountant. This surreal, absurd headstone is the last thing I see before the roar of my ear fades and the world plunges into darkness. So we can die from him. Let's try lying here. I want to help. His social skills are terrible. He probably doesn't realize that I lied to him. Judging by that wrinkle between his brows, he's trying to understand, but all his attempts are doomed to fail. Why? David is confused. In his system of beliefs, action always equals benefit. I'm throwing a wrench into this flawless, long-running mechanism. Let's see what happens if we say this. Let's just say I have certain fetishes. Smirk playfully. Ha! I knew it from the very beginning, pretty boy. You clearly have a few screws loose in your head if you get pleasure from this. I won't even bother asking what those fetishes are. I just want to sleep in my coffin without any nightmares. Alright, moving on. Screw this. I honestly don't care what's going on in your head. This is the most unconvincing lie I've ever heard in my life. He clears his throat. Thank you. What? Am I hearing things? I thought he didn't know such words. I'm even afraid to breathe, so I don't scare off this rare, exotic display of politeness. He says that word as if he's pronouncing it for the first time in his life. I wouldn't be surprised if that's actually the case. Okay, now let's sell him to the wolf now. I'm listening, sir.
Apologies for the sudden intrusion. Edward, you can just call me Eddie. We're chasing down a certain pest. You haven't seen a vampire around by any chance, have you?
Let's give David away. Sorry, David. Huh? I grab his small bony body. A thin, desperate squeak echoes. Oh right, he turned into a bat. That's right.
Well, look at that. He was hiding, the rascal. I'm at a loss for words.
Oof. Was that the Roblox death sound? He takes David from me. Weakened from previous battles, he can no longer resist. From seemingly nowhere, the werewolf produces a tip.
Here, this is for your trouble. And for your civic mindedness.
I sold a vampire for $30. I'm a business shark. The werewolf politely nods and disappears into the night. The gas station sinks in absolute silence. I'm also using the previous save file that we played in my previous video, so Laurie isn't here. He wasn't vaporized, but he's still trapped in that dimension. I survived another visitor. Victor, my favorite. Let's try rejecting him. Let's just frown. The remnants of Victor's confidence evaporate like dew in the morning sun under my frown. That look seems to say, maybe I'm wearing a pirate hat on my head. Maybe there's a ship docked behind me. Does that mean no? Alright, His face reflects a mix of panic and deep regret. He looks ready to sink into the ground. You don't look too good, sir. Would you like a cup of water? We're not going to be playful. Let's just say, would you like a cup of water?
Water? No, I'm in great shape, sir. Top notch, just amazing.
Victor breathes in fits and starts, gazing wistfully at the filthy stain on the floor.
Sorry about this. Pirate story.
Okay, skip. This is the worst day of my life to have ears. His shoulders seem to drop even lower. He practically melts into a purple puddle in shame on the floor.
What? Is it really that awful?
Oh god, he's about to cry. A demon is going to weep in my shop.
I mean, worse than the sound of foam squeaking? Or when someone scrapes a fork across a plate?
Yes. Sorry, Victor. This is only for this save file. His soul would probably leave his body right now if he had one. Victor sniffles.
Oh, I really need to rethink my tactics. Maybe I do need a glass of water. Or a napkin.
With titanic effort, he holds back this wave of despair. He coughs shyly and mumbles something to himself. Then he shifts his gaze back to me.
Actually, sir, I'm here to acquire...
Okay, let's not interfere here. I only hand over the order when she starts talking about how sensitive her larvae's digestive tract is. By that point, Victor himself starts to look like a wary feather of 40 tiny little pests. His consciousness or indecision prevented him from fleeing into the night crying. His suffering seemed to stretch on endlessly until the lady finally left the store with her purchases, thanking the incubus for the pleasant conversation. Though, to be honest, he couldn't even get a word. He might have squeaked something pitiful between her tales of diapers and poor history grades. Victor turns to me with a tortured look.
I will never talk to people, to monsters, to insect monsters, animals, never ever, no way.
He mutters this barely audible to himself. Oh, demons these days. How quickly he gives up. And she didn't even get to pull out her third wallet. The lady left very little in tips. Probably all her money went to her children. Victor suddenly remembers, so skip all this. What if we say you look like a sleep paralysis demon?
What? No.
It says here, it says incredible chilling horror. I don't invoke horror at all. I'm the one who's constantly horrified by all these interactions with others. If I were appointed as a sleep paralysis demon, I'd be the monster in the closet that never comes out, ever. If only you're not into sleep paralysis monsters, are you?
Yes.
Oh. Well, if there is a free closet or space under the bed, just call me Pretty Boy. He raises his eyebrows slightly, or maybe he's having a nervous spasm, one thing or the other. Skip this. I love communicating. Oh, well, it's cool when you can get along with people. Some people are probably just made for that, and me, well, I'm just me. I always feel like I'm saying something wrong. Because I usually do something wrong. Seems like I'm doing it right now too. So, yeah, getting attached to the person you don't have to try to constantly impress strangers, that's just a dream. Skip this. No, Victor, try again. Yeah, I guess this really isn't the most aching thing in the world. He takes a less greasy napkin from me and starts drawing again. What about this? Will you marry me and a funny kitty? Wonderful. That lonely, pain-filled tear is like a cherry on top. Or tear, I mean. Let's try again.
Exactly, wrong again. This still lacks that forbidden desire. I suppose... No. No worries. We can work with this. I'll try the instructions more closely this time. I read the new note and feel a wave of heat wash over me. I don't know what muse visited this guy, but it seems his inner incubus has finally broken free. The note is short, but it feels like it was written by my most passionate secret admirer. I even feel a bit embarrassed. Looking at me, Victor lets out a quiet chuckle. I feel like this one definitely hits the mark. I literally feel it, like an incubus. Not for nothing did I read that all that hint. Never mind. I don't know why I had a hard time reading that. So skip this. The vessel wants money, mental health. Let's not linger. Yeah, let's... He glances at the clock. Yes, I understand. I need to draw my own conclusions, right? People don't just tell me what they want. You have to observe. Sometimes people want you to stop annoying them with your incubus stuff. Well, we're almost done anyway. He feels like an idiot, but on top of that, he feels like he made some fundamental discovery. I'm not just a grumpy old troll. I'm the apple that fell on Newton's head. Skipping this... Okay, but what did this say? You have a very, very elegant ear shape. God, why me? Oh no. Sorry about the ears. But they're really nice.
Oh, nice. Maybe not that nice. I should have complimented your hair. Or something related to personality traits. I guess everyone has their own thing that works. He looks like he's re-evaluating his life. I feel like a true mentor, almost wanting to stroke my non-existent kung fu beard and nod slowly. Do nothing. No, this place won't drive me insane. Not even with my pitiful salary. You won't catch me. Nope. He takes a deep breath, gathering his courage for another compliment. For a while, he tries to find some foothold to latch onto, but he can't seem to find the word. You are a very multifaceted person. You combine so much. I don't know how exactly to describe it. He lets out a quiet chuckle. But I feel like you're so unpredictable. A lot of stress, of course, but it's incredibly fun. Okay, so skip this. He needs to try harder. Well, what doesn't kill us makes us stronger, right? From the look on his face, it's clear he'd rather choose immediate disintegration over this awkward social interaction. But he's generally pondering how to improve his approach. It will definitely be something more inventive next time. Maybe even surpass that compliment about the ears. Regardless of everything, I feel waves of tension radiating from him. Apparently, I scared the monster with my sternness, and I thought I should be the one to be scared, not the other way around. Let's just leave it at that. Victor, who also felt something unusual, freezes for a couple of seconds. The illusion breaks, he nods slowly. Yeah, of course. He's flipping through the book. Ask nothing. He clops his way over to the counter. Thank you so much for the feedback. You were honest with me, and I really appreciate that. It gave me a lot more than this book did. He sighs mournfully. That unfortunate seducer. It seems this is still harder than I thought, but hey, I remembered not to say dumb compliments about pirates, and I need to come up with another cool persona for myself. I call it something dangerous and alluring, like Hunter. There. A new determination flickers in his gaze. He really took something from this conversation. I think I'll go practice a bit more at the bar down the street. I'll find someone very drunk and very deaf. He leaves me, leaving the gas station in silence. And he was so consumed by the weight of his existence that he forgot to leave me a tip. Wonderful. Well, at least he didn't try to suck all the blood out of me or turn me into a cash register. The gas station returned to silence, broken but only by the hum. Okay, we still got acceptable. Potential human refuge. What a relief. What if we return to the store? Now we can no longer contact Victor because of that conversation. A romantic evening. Oh no, Mr. Manager. We're not saying goodbye just yet. I need to head back to the gas station and push open the door to his office. A squid like this? Ew! In the middle of the room, buried under folders and invoices, stood a gigantic, ridiculously canopy bed, and on it, surrounded by rose petals, reclined Bob. Or rather, he wasn't just lying there, he was posing. One tentacle coyly supported his spherical body where a human's chin would be. Others were elegantly draped over the silk sheets. His numerous eyes blinked slowly, focusing on me.
Ah, organism. I wasn't expecting you so soon.
His voice, as always, boomed in my head, but now it had sultry undertones.
But since you're here,
One tentacle slowly, seductively beckoned me forward.
I propose we spend the evening in romantic engagement. We'll study void bib okay enclosure schemes.
I took a step into the office and slowly closed the door behind me. So that was the love ending for Bob. Let's go on to just return home. Let's just see what happens if we return home. No, I had enough adventures for one day. The bus arrived seemingly quickly. I climbed onto the half-empty cabin and collapsed onto the seat by the window. Outside, the waking city rolled by. Ordinary people headed to ordinary jobs, none of them selling discount rot or fitting off vampires. My pigsty retreat never felt so homely and cozy. The familiar creak of floorboards, the smell of dust and cheap coffee, all seemed heaven-sent. I didn't even bother with dinner, just shrugged off my clothes and fell into my bed. Soft, familiar, free of tentacles and ectoplasm. No monsters, no threats, just silence. And pleasant, nightmarish dreams. So that was the home ending. Let me see if I missed anything. Okay, so I did play it one more time, and Darian, it seems that there's no way to get a game over from him. David can suck your blood if you purposely wait too long while searching for blood. And the game is very merciful when looking for blood. You have to get the last option, or get rid of all the options before you can see the blood. And Victor, he doesn't kill you at all. He just ignores you if you give him criticism. And Bob, from what I can tell so far, he doesn't kill you, even if you purposely try to not get tips. I mean, I didn't fill it to the brim, but he said it was acceptable. So this was Don't Eat the Cashier. A very cute game about monster boys. Victor being my favorite, as I said. And I hope this game gets worked on continuously. This was Temporal Nova and Rats. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like our content, please consider liking and subscribing as it helps us a lot.